Welcome back to the Real Talk Show. Our last conversation on love, lies, and the Lord stirred hearts, sparked questions, and healed wounds. And you asked for more. So today we are diving deeper into heartbreaks that grow us, marriages that mature us, and a very delicate dance of honesty in dating. Because love is not about the illusions, but about truth, maturity, and grace. My name is Lady Evelyn Paha, and this is Love, Lies, and the Lord Beyond the Illusion. We'll be right back. You're welcome back to the Real Talk Show. Like I said, we are doing the part 2 of Love, Lies, and the Lord. This is looking beyond the illusion. And we are going to be discussing this deeper than the first one. I have with me in the studio a gentleman and a lady, and I'll permit them to introduce themselves to us briefly before we dive in. So we start with the gentleman.
Okay, my name is Benjamin Kwekwe-Wusifin. I'm an engineer by profession. I've been married for going 16 years this year. I have 4 beautiful kids. All of them are boys. So yes, I have a very noisy, happy home. Thank you.
Noisy, happy home. Well, you're welcome. We can't wait to hear a lot from you.
Thank you.
We move on to the lady.
So I'm Joanna Ephraim, a businesswoman and then a career woman. Work at Kolibu Teaching Hospital, and I'm married, have a kid, and then one adopted daughter. I have a son actually, and then one adopted son. Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is Love, Lies, and the Lord. And we want to just, lay it all bare. We want to get real into the details that would end up blessing the lives of people when it comes to relationships. So we are going to be moving, across all kinds of relationships, marriages, dating, and everything in between. So I want us to, first of all, talk about heartbreaks that lead to growth, okay? How can heartbreak become a teacher? I don't know if you share a personal experience with us, but how can heartbreak become a teacher rather than just a wound?
Okay, so heartbreak can become a teacher when you take wisdom from the pain. So most often when you hear about heartbreak, it's about someone getting hurt, someone feeling alone, someone feeling betrayed. But there is also a lot of lessons to be picked up from. So when you move on from the pain, when you are able to master the pain and be able to look at the nuggets of lessons that are there, then you're able to better yourself for your next relationship, for your next situation. Then you grow. You'll be able to then stand out and say, okay, even though this happened, it was probably for the better.
Wow. Sister Joanne, have you had your heart broken before?
I can say yes.
What lessons did you pick up from there?
Honestly, it's one of the deepest pain you can go through. It breaks you, you become restless. Like, you don't know what to do at that particular time. I think I have an experience that I've gone through. Mine wouldn't be in a relationship form because heartbreaks happens in different way. I lost a business that I started with all my investments. and eventually I lost a child out of it.
No.
It was very painful.
Mm.
But the lesson I picked from it is, in all things, you see, you have to look at the process in which this thing happened. The lesson was too much. Losing all my investments. Now, I started another one, and this time around, I was very careful because of the lessons that I learned from it. Actually, if it's not my profit, I'm not going to take it, because whatever it is, I'm not going to venture if it is not my profit, because I went through a whole lot. Even one CD was a problem for me. Someone that I'm a government worker, all my salary was against loan because of the situation, the heartbreak that I went through, you know. So this time around, I'm very careful. I study people before I trust them. I don't just put everything in your care because of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think she's drawn my attention to, you know, a deeper perspective when it comes to heartbreak. Because, you know, when you think about it, everybody's by this on the relationship, you know, the boy, the girl, and all that. But, you know, I just love the perspective, you know, from which she's coming, because it's about where you invested your love, right? And now that love is sort of taken away or broken. I just want you to share with us, when it comes to men and women in relationship, do we grow differently through heartbreak? Is there a different approach?
Yes, so men and women are naturally different. Of course, the outcome of heartbreak is almost similar. We all try to build walls after we go through heartbreaks. But women are emotional, they internalize. So you would see women that go through heartbreak, either through the positive or the negative side. You will see them either spotting every little thing as red flag. So trust issues become magnified. And because they are internalized and emotional for them, it's very difficult to break down the walls they build. It's very difficult to move on to the next relationship. You see people now have problems with everything. For instance, if the relationship that she was in or the situation she went through, the person was hiding stuff on the phone, she becomes paranoid with any relationship or anybody that logs the phone. It might not be anything happening on the phone, but the fact that the phone is locked.
Why did you lock it?
So maybe you haven't even asked for the password. Maybe because you just saw that the phone is locked, it's a problem. And then it brings up so many things. So you see people, instead of learning and growing from it, then they build walls and never seem to get out of it. For men, you can see the negative part because we are more physical, we are more external. So you can see people that dedicate all their lives into their schools, education, business, building careers, because they don't want to be hurt. They don't want to ever feel that pain. And the pain is real. So nobody wants to go through that. And then you would see some of them go on the negative tangent. They become players. So instead of letting someone hurt me, I would date you when it gets to the point of commitment, where I have to now put myself and I can be hurt, then I leave as a protection mechanism. Then move on to the next one. So it affects both men and women, but a bit differently. Thank you.
Well, let me hear from the woman. How do you think we as women we process heartbreaks?
For women, it's not easy. We will cry. Sometimes we even use it against our children. See, if maybe a man or a woman is having issue with a man, we be shouting on our children. Why you like, we want our man to know that we are very angry, we are very hurt. So we'll just place it on our children who are innocent. And at the end, it affects them. Men too, they sometimes keep quiet. They won't talk, but they will take their own decisions. Some may say, because of my wife, I won't even return home early from work. The family also needs you, and you are at work. By the time you realize your children, their sports, your marriage is decaying, and you are there. So I pray sometimes you all talk about it, and then we forgive ourselves and then move on.
Yeah. We forgive and then we move on. We listen, we don't judge.
We don't judge. Free space.
So, I mean, she's taking us into the context of marriage. And I want us to, focus there for a while. People say that there is no, you can't achieve perfection in marriage. Is that an illusion?
As Christians, even the Bible says, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. We are looking unto, and it's a continuous journey. Unfortunately, there is nothing like a perfect marriage. There are good marriages, there are great marriages, but there is nothing like a perfect marriage.
Wow.
There are two different
raised from two completely different backgrounds.
people, raised from two styles, raised with different beliefs, coming together to cohabit, and we expect there will be no frictions. It's not possible.
Yeah.
Definitely there will be frictions. Definitely. So there are marriages that are good, and they are good because there are decisions that have been taken to work at it. Like I always say, marriage is hard work. If you are not ready for the work, don't go into it, because it will show aspect of you didn't know exist.
Wow.
So yes, it's a complete illusion. There is no perfect marriage
There's
in the
no
world.
perfect marriage. Wow. So, I mean, we have to be matured. First of all, I want you to share with us, in your view, what this maturity means to you, and how can this maturity, play a role in sustaining the love we have for each other in the context of marriage.
I think before you say I do or get married, you are matured already. Children
don't get married. Oh, wow.
So how do you handle situation when it comes? Is the most important thing. Some people will decide to leave it as it is. Others, because they want the marriage to work, they will do everything possible to let it work. Marriage is work. And work, we don't take it for granted. You have to make sure there's perfection in your work. So whatever you need to do to make the marriage perfect, you need to do it. There must be understanding at every point in time. If your spouse wrong you, how do you settle your situation? Do you go about destroying, as we are seeing in the social media? Do you sit down and talk about it? Do you let your family come in? How do you settle things? If you know how to go about it, then I think you are a matured person. If you've married and people are not hearing your issues, I believe it's a mature way of marrying. Yeah.
Wow. Do you agree?
I agree with most of the things she said. The only part I diverge a bit is on being matured when you say I do. I have seen a lot of people that have no business
Getting married
that are marrying for all the wrong reasons. So you see a lot of marriages now breaking after a month, after 2 months, after the very flamboyant wedding and then the marriage end, because the maturity is not there. And maturity is actually looking at the other person and saying, it is not about me, it's about us. Maturity is being able to put the other person's needs ahead of yours. It's being able to say, okay, because you have a job somewhere, and this first period of our life is about you, I would leave mine and go with you to further yours, and you support mine also. It is being able to put aside yourself and still not lose yourself. That is maturity. And it is not a given that I do, because there are a lot of people who have rushed into I do's and currently are either looking for divorce or they've actually separated. That's the new thing in Ghana now. Everybody is separated but married. They are staying in different
That's a
places.
new status.
Yes.
I'm separated.
I'm separated. They are not divorced, but they are
Wow.
separated, living in different places. And I see what it's doing to their children, because the kids are so confused. Love is all over the place. So maturity is a very key component, and you should have it before you go and say I do.
You must be matured before you go and say I do. I mean, you touched on something when you said it's about looking at the other partner and taking, into consideration what they are doing and what you can do to help them. So that brings me to my question on selflessness. Okay, how can that transform a marriage from survival mode to thriving mode? Selflessness. And how often should we put ourselves in those shoes?
Okay, so yes, maturity and selflessness almost go hand in hand. I normally say that you need to be emotionally intelligent to be able to fully look at the other person and their needs without conflicting with yours.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if you want to go, like Bible say, unless two agree, they cannot walk together. So if you want to go and walk with someone, you need to be able to now look at agreeing on things. You need to stop blaming. Everything doesn't have to be you against me, which seem to be a lot of the issues that we are having in our marriages now. Now it is, I want this and you don't want that. I don't want babies and you want babies. I want to go to work and you don't want me to go to work. Selflessness is putting the self aside and looking at your spouse as your all. The Bible says that do unto others as you want others to do unto you. So if you are emotionally intelligent, you'd be able to look at, okay, this thing that I'm doing, how does my spouse feel? How does it affect my spouse? Can I live with him being the only one working? Can I live with him going out and me staying behind? So it is very important for you to get to that state where you can actually see your husband or your wife thrive, but not get scared or get worried, get threatened. You should be able to celebrate the wins of your spouse easily. And that is a state that will bring so much happiness in your family.
Because evidently it's a win for you both, isn't it?
It is. It is.
All right. I mean, my time is almost up for this session, but I want us to I want to take us back, some steps further into dating. There's a lot of issues going on in a dating phase now that is obviously rippling some negative, effects into marriages. But I want to ask a few questions here. How much, if you're dating somebody, how much of yourself should you reveal to this person during the dating phase before marriage? Joanne will take us on that. How much of yourself should you reveal?
Dating isn't marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You are getting to know yourself. And so there should be
It's a difficult one. Eh?
yes, yes. you should you should leave some and you shouldn't tell the person everything about you. No, yeah.
But then how would the person know who he's
You-
settling with?
That is it. You can't say or you can't say less too. So
It has to be in the middle somewhere.
yes.
Really?
Because the moment, especially you've met someone that maybe you've gone through a relationship before,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe you stop and you are heading to another one. Do you have to tell the person your past experience with the other guy?
Mhm.
No, because at the end, he's going to use it against you.
He's going to use it against you. Do
So-
they all do that?
Men are men.
The man is here. You talk for the men.
Yes, men are men. When it comes, women too, we are women.
Uh-huh.
And when it comes to us, we too will refer you back to those days that's like, So you should, a bit of you. Yeah.
Be wise about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's trying to, take us, but what do you have to say about it?
So the men are men part. Maybe we'll go back to it for further and better particulars. But I believe that you have to share enough just to build a genuine connection. What you don't want to do is to offload, like she said, all your burdens and all your traumas and all your onto a new relationship. You don't want every casual date to be a therapy session where you go and tell the guy all your scars or tell the lady all your problems. They would run away.
You run away.
So you should be able to give enough just to build a genuine connection. Maybe your core values. What do you like? What are your deal breakers? What are the things that you feel will make you a better person? Where are you at the moment? What are you looking for? Things that would bring enough conversation, because trust me, mystery is also important
Yeah.
in the dating phase. So if you lay everything down and you put it, you lose everything. So give enough, as much as would keep the conversation going, and as much as possible, layer it gradually. Don't dump everything all at once.
Okay. Well, we're getting deeper. You asked for it, and we are going to deliver. We'll be right back after the short break as we go into our fun segment, which is even deeper than this. Stay tuned. Yeah, welcome back to the Real Talk Show. It's been fun here so far, and we are diving even into much more fun. This is the fun segment. We're going to be playing a couple of games. The first one being Reveal or Withhold. we've just, been talking about how much one should reveal in a relationship in the dating phase. And so I have a couple of dilemmas for us to decide, to help my audience to know whether they should reveal such or to withhold. So I read a dilemma, and then you let me know whether reveal or withhold. And
Okay.
then you add a brief something to it. All right, so this is the first one. You have significant debt. You are dating, you're about to start something, but you have significant debt. Reveal early or withhold until trust is built. Joanne,
For the debt, I'll review.
you reveal.
Yeah.
Mm.
But at the end, you have to help me pay.
Hey! Because you need him to help you to
Yes,
pay.
I'll review.
You review.
Mm.
Do you want it to be revealed to you early or not?
Okay, so if it's yes, if it's the other way around, yes, definitely I would want to know what I'm walking into. But then again, if it's me, I think withhold.
You withhold.
Yes, because you are not at that stage yet. Wait till you know that the commitment is genuine and you are going to step into something deeper. Else, by the time you finish, everybody else knows that you are a debt person and
But Mr.
It's in-
I'm confused. If it's you, you
Yeah.
want it to be revealed to you early.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if
yeah.
you are in debt, you don't want to reveal to
Yeah.
the person
man.
early.
yes,
And men
yes,
will
men will
always
be
be
men.
men, eh?
So,
Okay.
so I have to pay myself.
Eh?
So I definitely wish you would reveal to me.
Okay.
But for me, I think withhold or any
Withhold.
day. Yes.
Okay. So a little delay until
Yes.
trust
Until trust is built. Yes.
All right. So we have the second one. You are healing from a past trauma. Share upfront or wait until deeper connection. What do you say? You are healing. I'm healing from a past trauma. Do I share?
It depends. You share if it is affecting your current situation,
Mm-hmm.
being able to commit or the talking stage you are at.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not, I say don't. Because again, the guy or the lady is not your therapist. You want to at least build the interest in your current personality before you tell them that you've been scarred for years. So yes, depending on the situation.
It's not your therapist. We keep that one in mind. This for Joanne. You don't want children. State it early at the start or later in the relationship.
You need to state it at the start.
At the start.
Yeah. Because some men, some
The
men,
men.
when they say they don't want it, they don't want it. Whatever you do, they can even do a car with you. If you get pregnant, meanwhile today they did it. You know, so you need to state it from the start.
Okay.
before- yeah.
All right. State it from the start. I don't want children.
I agree. State it from the start. We don't want any ambiguity tomorrow.
All right. The next one is you are still working through a past heartbreak. Review immediately or keep private until you are stronger.
Keep private until you are stronger. I'm always for working on yourself before you offload. So keep private until you are stronger.
Okay, so this is the final one for this segment. You have a complicated family background. Okay, whether you have a strange parent, whatever, the family is complicated. Do you share openly or you wait until the relationship is serious?
You need to build the relationship before you disclose anything as such.
About your family?
Yes.
Hmm.
If not, maybe you have a family history. If the lady or the gentleman is not really into the relationship, the moment you tell the person is gone.
It's gone.
So you need to build. If the person is ready to stay, you will know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that has been it for reveal or withhold. And I hope that you've gotten some tips and know what exactly to do in your dating phase. So we move on to heartbreaker to faithful lover. Here I read a scenario about a gentleman, and then you would share your views on it. So this is Michael. Michael has always been charming and intentional at the start of relationships. He showers attention, makes promises, and creates big expectations. But once the relationship gets serious, he withdraws, avoids commitment, and eventually leaves, leaving behind a trail of broken hearts. He admits he enjoys the thrill of pursuit, but struggles with consistency and vulnerability. My first question is, what step can Michael take to grow out of this heartbreaker trend?
First step, admitting and acknowledging the hurt is causing to others. So you need to be able to see that your actions are actually causing the hurt, and then you need to now look at surrounding yourself with people that are matured, people that can guide you through, because it's not easy to break a pattern built over years.
Yeah.
So yes, you need to first admit and know, I am doing it, this is me, this is where I am. Then you can take the needed steps to guard against getting out of it. But you need someone in your life who is matured, who can be a checker for you, so that when you are going off script, they can pull you back.
Any thoughts on how he can prepare for a lasting relationship?
He has to love himself first. Before you know what you are doing when you are hurting other people. Now you are entering another relationship. What do? You need to love yourself. If you love yourself, you relate that love to other people. Yeah.
So you feel he doesn't love himself, that's why.
If you love yourself, you wouldn't hurt other people.
Wow, that's quite deep.
That is deep.
Very deep.
That is deep.
It needs its own show.
Yeah.
I
And we
agree.
have to make time for that. Thank you very much. So Michael, if you are in Michael's shoes, well, admit it, what you're doing. You have to admit it, and then you take the steps. I believe the Holy Spirit will guide you and help you to do that. Now, illusions versus reality. You mentioned that there's no marriage that is perfect. Well, let us know whether this is illusion or it is actually a reality. First one is marriage means constant romance and butterflies. Constant romance and butterflies. I like the sound of that.
Complete illusion. Complete illusion. It is Disney that has created these butterflies that don't exist.
Hey.
Complete illusion.
So you've never felt a butterfly before?
Okay, so you can feel the butterfly, but it is not constant butterfly and romance. It's unrealistic.
Wow.
You can't be in one state forever.
It will be
So,
boring.
yeah.
It will be boring, eh?
Thank you
Hey, the
very much.
butterflies now be boring.
Yes.
Wow. I see. So what are we agreeing on? Is it an illusion?
Illusion.
Or it's an illusion. Do you
Yeah.
agree with him?
Yes.
Okay, so we move on to the second one. If we are soulmates, we will never fight. Joanne. Illusion or reality?
Illusion.
Illusion.
Yeah.
Oh, so soulmates to fight.
Oh.
I have seen twins born on the same day fight worse than people who don't know each other. So yes, soulmates, they fight.
They fight.
Yes.
So we shouldn't think that.
Big illusion.
Okay, big illusion. Finally, marriage will automatically fix my loneliness. Reality.
At a point, you will feel lonely. When you leave to work, your spouse is not there. Sometimes you need to make a decision. He's not there. You need to make it yourself.
You need to make it yourself.
So
Will I always be happy during marriage, or I'll sometimes be lonely?
No, you can't always be happy. Like I said, you cannot be in a constant state, one constant state all the time. So yes, it's a big illusion. You can't be always happy. You can't. You can be lonely with people around. You can actually be lonely with people around. So you need to learn how to live with yourself. You need to learn how to love yourself. You need to learn how to be spiritual so that you get in sync with yourself. Else, you can have multitude of people around you and still feel lonely.
You still feel lonely. Yeah. Wow. So marriage doesn't cut it. Don't get married because you don't want to be lonely. You will be lonely sometimes, and you need to master the art of, living with yourself. That is the word there. I mean, this has been very eye-opening, and I believe that you've blessed a lot of people. But before we go, I want you to share your final thoughts to our viewers out there, whatever it is you want them to take home. So we'll start with the lady.
So what I would say is that anytime you feel your heart is broken, just know that it's a process that you are going through, and there's a learning aspect that you don't have to take it for granted. It is going to help you in your next phase. So take every step as it is, and then don't joke about it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Mr. Fame.
Okay. So when a baby wants to walk, it doesn't just get up and walk and it's all rosy. Walks a bit, takes a few steps, falls down. Doesn't stop taking a step. Doesn't stop getting up. Gets up again, takes a few steps, continually learning from what didn't work before. Get something to support themselves. Find a way to hold the chairs. Find a way to hold the walls. Then when he feels or she feels comfortable, start walking by themselves. And you see the happiness and joy in their faces when they can walk to you as a parent and hug you and run to you. So yes, you would get heartbreaks. Marriage is hard work, like I said. Relationships are not easy. But don't give up. Don't build walls around yourselves. Don't become a red flag magnet. Allow yourself to be hurt. Understand the hurt. Understand that pain is good. Go through it. Cry. I'm not saying don't cry. Cry. Eat all the ice cream. Eat all the chocolate. Go through your rituals. But get out there again. Pick the lessons from it. Because the continually getting out there and doing it is what is going to mature you, so that tomorrow you'll be ready when your Mr. Right or Mrs. Right come. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, a lot of stray bullets in that, but no problem. We are taking it, and we are going to make good use of these words. Viewers, I hope you have been blessed as much as I have been blessed. Let us remember that love is not illusion. It is not illusions. It's about maturity, growth, and truth. And when Christ is at the center of it, well, it is worth fighting for. The Lord bless you, and I pray that you are guided in your relationships as you build. May God continue to help you grow and mature into that loving partner that you desire to have for your other spouse. The Lord bless you once again. And you want to like our page, okay? Go to Facebook, go to TikTok, and find your way to YouTube. Look for The Real Talk Show, GH, and like, subscribe, follow, share the link so that others will be blessed as well. We'll see you again for another interesting one. Till we meet again, it's bye for now.